Hi guys, it's Addy here, and today I have prepared for you some awesome things for pranks at school. Although they are not only for school, as for me, I would like to use them even at my age. Okay, I won't spoil it, so let's start right away. Sit down comfortably, take some snacks, and of course, don't forget about the contest game at the end of the video, where you can get $10. And I will start perhaps with a rather tough joke. This thing can be used in different pranks, but personally, I suggest more harmless ones. After all, we are talking about school, so you should take care of the nerves of the class teacher. In general, this is a toy knife, the blade of which looks like a real one. However, when it comes into contact with any surface, it will move inwards. It means you can appear in front of the whole class as a dude who perfectly knows how to handle a knife and can strike it between his fingers. Your classmates will think that you have gone crazy and at the same time have mastered the knife skill to the maximum. Listen, I have never seen this thing before, and I regret it very much. All of us repeatedly find ourselves in a situation where your classmate asks for some kind of tool, like a pencil or a stapler. This model was specifically invented for the situation with the second item. It looks unremarkable and just has to do its job. But everything is not that much simple. As soon as your unsuspecting classmate decides to squeeze the two parts of the stapler, they will immediately shock him. I think after this situation, no one will ask anything from you, and you can calmly do your things at the lessons. Yeah, we had a real fun at school. We drew on the desks and put some notes to each other in our notebooks. I don't know about you, but in my school time, if someone put a note, you definitely needed to reply. And it was an endless process until one of the guys wouldn't start feeling bad, or the teacher would stop it. But with this thing, such jokes can really go to a new level. This is paint, but it is not simple, as it is vanishing. That means that if you apply it to any surface, it will disappear within a few minutes. So it would be possible not only to prank friends, but also some school magazine. The main thing is that everyone should totally vanish. Well, there is no class without girls who are afraid of all kinds of insects. Isn't it the perfect idea for pranks, folks? For this, you can use such a bug, which is quite large. This is no longer an ordinary cockroach, but some kind of a mutant. The toy is controlled remotely and can even glow. Of course, flashlights will immediately blow its cover, but you can use it without them, right? You can turn on the lights after and show your victim that everything is okay and there is nothing to worry about. If you decide to play with the knife I was talking about, then such a nail can become a cool continuation of the story. Just imagine, the first day you show tricks, assuring your friends of your fearlessness. A day later, you come to school and you have a real nail right inside your finger. Everyone will go nuts, and maybe even faint in horror. But the main thing here is not to go too far, and tell people in time that this is a prank. When you see the body of some beefy or adult man and know that he has tattoos, you probably imagine cool drawings which have some meaning. But in any case, you would not even think that he could have such a pony with flowers. And imagine if it is done by a schoolboy who pretends that he has made an absurd tattoo without his parents' permission. For this, he can easily get a beating. But it seems to me such emotions are priceless. I am talking about the prank, of course. We have already figured out the situation of scaring friends with the help of a radio-controlled cockroach. Now it's time to scare them with something simple. I don't think that everyone would like to tire themselves out with controlling something like that. To do this, I propose a standard jump scare. It looks like some kind of package with sweets, and it is actually written on it. But as soon as a person opens it, an inflatable snake jumps out of the inside with great speed. To be honest, it doesn't look like a real reptile, but the surprise effect can do its job. Just check that it does not go in the eyes of your friend. Try to keep some distance. So, now let's get back to school supplies, and next in line we have such a cute calculator. Learning from experience, I can say that it is necessary both for the first and for the last grades. Therefore, even the elders will have to have fun with it, maybe even pranking the teacher. But this is an idea for desperate guys. As soon as a person presses the button on it, he will immediately receive a charge of a current. It seemed to be the great option to cheer up guys and help their brains finally work. Imagine the situation. It is the 8th of March, and all the boys of the school are dressed up to match the event. They look like real gentlemen and go to wish the girls. You are one of them and stand out from the crowd with such an interesting rose pinned to your collar or your pocket. You approach the girl. She is already smiling in tenderness, thinking that this is her day. And bang! She immediately gets a small water jet in her face or on her clothes. Yeah. That's exactly what no one would expect. The volume of this rose is enough for several good approaches, which is also very cool. If the option with the cockroach doesn't suit you well, or just the cockroach itself doesn't impress you much, then I offer you such a spider. The 8-legged friend runs very fast on the floor. It is controlled remotely and has a dark color. I think pranking with it won't work during the day, but putting something like this into the cloakroom or even in someone's house would be cool. A person would not expect this, but at the maximum, he will be very scared by penetration of this terrible spider. I think he will immediately jump onto a bench, chair, or bed. Listen, the little thing that you're about to see is not recommended for children or clumsy people, because this may lead to some bad consequences. The thing looks like an ordinary book with a black cover. Nothing portends trouble, and bang, it lights up in the blink of an eye. The flame will go out as soon as the person closes the pages and blows it from above for some effect. This prank with fire is suitable for outside and will look cool because of the surprising effect. I do not even recommend trying it at school or other premises. You never know what can happen. Yeah, people. Now there will be the most classic thing, an electroshock chewing gum. Personally, I saw a lot of them in my time and have stopped being interested in chewing gum from this brand. It was funny to combine a prank with a real treat, to offer such a gum to a friend, to watch him refuse as he was thinking it was just another joke, and then in front of his eyes, to put it to his mouth. However, if one of you sees it for the first time, you should know that you are some wonder people and now you have to try it in action. There were already cockroaches and spiders. It's time to have some fun with the mouse, too. No, I'm not talking about a computer item, but a real live one, although it is not exactly alive. Of course, this is a toy, but it looks like a real one. The mouse has a cool soft coating and believable decorative antenna and ears. If you put it under your friend's door, in a dark room or something like that, your victim will have a hard time. I wish I could see the face of a man who is scared to death of this rodent. That would be a hoot. We have sorted out all the options with animals, so why not play another prank with electricity? This time we will use such a pen. It does not look like an ordinary ball pen, but it looks like the models, where you can choose a color separately. They are quite big and massive. Besides, over time, there are more and more situations when someone asks for a pen. If you agree with me, be sure to like. By the way, I was always the one who sponsored my classmates or group mates. This was probably because I was buying all sorts of goodies and was sharing them with my friends. Same thing I'm doing now, like if you appreciate my videos and regularly notice something interesting for yourself in them. Now I want you to check out one cool accessory. It is a ring, but a tricky one. There is a tube that connects the item to the water tank. The prankster puts the ring and compresses the elastic with his whole hand. As soon as an interested interlocutor decides to see your new ring, you will immediately squeeze your hand and sprinkle water in his face. Such a prank is harmless and suitable even for children because of its simplicity. Besides, their small hands will allow them to do everything imperceptibly and effectively. Although I think grown-ups will have some fun too. I think that our peers will not expect anything like this in such situations. I'm going to order this ring for myself. It seems to me that besides the electroshock chewing gum, the whoopee cushion has always been and will remain one of the best prank item. It immediately develops several skills in the prankster. These are the ability to wait for the right moment, the ability not to sleep until the implementation of a joke, as well as the sleight of hand necessary to place it under your friend quickly and imperceptibly. It's especially cool to play this prank at school in the morning, when many kids are still sleepy and don't really pay attention to what's going on around them. Here, you can take advantage of the moment and not only amuse everyone around you, but also save them from the desire to take a nap. So guys, the last thing I have is this. To tell the truth, I couldn't resist putting it in the video. But actually, why on earth would I have to do that at all? After all, I collect the funniest and coolest things for pranks without any boundaries. So, okay, meet a mysterious box. Such things usually hide rings or other expensive gifts inside them, right? Imagine the face of a friend or a girl who will be impatiently waiting until you open this little thing in front of them. You have already taken it out, created some atmospheres. Then you open it, and all you see is a man on his knees, showing his ass. The main thing is not to use this box with people who are too vulnerable, and it will be good to give a real ring, or at least some trinket after such a prank just to make it up. Well, that's all guys, but we still have a contest for $10. To participate in it, you need to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and write a comment. Well, in the next video we will choose the winner. By the way, Adi Editsu won the last time. Friend, I will contact you and you will get your prize. That's all for now. Bye!